Hello, babies. Hello, babies. Hey guys, it's time to eat. Who's hungry? Who's hungry? Hello. Hi, Key. Hi, Legend. Who's hungry? Yeah, bud? You are? Let's wait till everybody joins. Yeah, buds. Yeah, my buddies. Can you tell them apart by their faces? Legend has like slightly more woe eye than Key. They're hard to tell apart though, that's for sure. Okay, we're gonna do some bottles and weights. And I have some announcements. Come here, bud. Sorry, I didn't say hi to everyone who came in to chat. Hello, everyone. Last meal, they ate the entire bottle and Legend wanted more. I didn't have more than one bottle for them. They ate the whole bottle and would have kept going. Look at him standing. Shikis. Lickus. That's his belly off the ground. Look at him go. Yeah, they had thirds at the last bottle. Superman pose. Oh my goodness. Now we're really getting into the 6 cotton rounds to collect their pee. They've got a lot of pee. Usually when kittens are this big, they're already using the litter box. This is Legend. You can tell this is Key. How can you tell this is Key? Because he's so noisy. Happy birthday, Ella. Yeah, Key definitely has a lot to say. I'm going to talk about, after we get weights done here, I'm going to talk about plans for the next couple of days. There have been some rumors flying around, some factual rumors, some fantasy rumors. So we'll get straightened out with what is true. So this is what I do. Oh, his face is in the way. So I put 2 cotton rounds right here. And then I have 2 cotton rounds that I'm going to use. Because when I start to potty him, and these 2 cotton rounds fill with pee and are totally saturated, which happens pretty quickly, he's still midstream and I have to drop and get new ones real quick to continue pottying him. And sometimes I don't move fast enough and the stream of pee ends up on myself. Their poops, they have not actually pooped yet today, which means that their poops are better because they were, they were having loose poop every meal. You're not done eating. You're not done eating. I know you're not done. There we go. All right, seems like he needs a break. Yeah, so we're definitely doing better in the poop department. So these guys were 3 weeks old yesterday. They both hit a pound. They both set first and second place records for the youngest kitten to hit a pound. So in other words, these 2 boys are huge for their age. Okay, let's get Key's weight. He is 1 pound, 1 ounce. Let's just make sure he doesn't want any more. And you're done. Okay. 0.7 ounce gain. Very good. All right, let's get your brother. Okay, here we go. Legend is 1 pound, 2.2 ounces. Okay. 0.8 ounce gain. Awesome. All right, so let's clear out a couple of things. First of all, the situation with the lady that I met at the vet didn't work out. I'll tell you what was supposed to happen because it doesn't matter anymore. She had brought in, I met her in the waiting room, dropping off the icons for their sputers on Monday morning. She was there with 2 cats, 2 feral cats that she was dropping off. And we got to talking in the lobby. She said that she has a bunch of cats around her house that she's been trying to TNR. And she mentioned that 2 are pregnant. And I said, we happen to have an open room right now, and we take pregnant cats. We would be able to take these cats if you can catch them. And she said that would be wonderful. We exchanged contact information. I said I happen to be off work all this week, so it's perfect timing. I'm available any day that you catch them. I can make it work. And I was pretty excited that we would have not only one, but possibly two pregnant cats in the same room, co-parenting, giving birth on cam. And she was flaky all week. Every day this week, she had a different excuse of why she wasn't out there catching these cats. I finally told her this morning that today was the last day. If she doesn't catch these cats today, then we can't help her. Because I am getting calls daily from the shelters with moms and babies that need help. And, I keep saying no because of this woman and my promise to help her. So I gave her, the deadline of today. She had another excuse today. It was that the pipes in her kitchen were leaking. So she finally texted me at like 6:00 and said that she didn't catch them today. And so that's it. I wish I could have helped her. It upsets me that, there will be kittens born outside, but there's nothing that I can do at this point. And there are way too many other kittens that need our help. So that was disappointing, but I just kind of wanted to fill in the gap of that secret that I had been keeping. So as of tomorrow at noon, after the last two icons go home, both rooms are going to be empty. I've canceled all the snugglers. So after the adoption tomorrow, I am going to leave the cam up in the nursery and the chat will remain up, but I'm going to do like I did before and just mute the cam. And it's mostly going to be running just for chat. There's not going to be anything to see. So that'll be the case all weekend. We have Wyatt coming on Sunday. There will be a separate intake video on Sunday with him after he arrives. But he's going to be in the incubator with these two guys as long as he doesn't have any visible signs of sickness. So, of course, I need to give him a look over when he gets here, make sure that he's not sneezing or congested in any way, nothing that can be passed to these guys. But as long as he clears those checks, then he's going to go into this incubator with these guys on Sunday. I'll still be doing these live streams, these sort of spin up live streams where they're not available all the time, but I'll spin them up once or twice a day. Monday, the nursery floor is getting done. It's he's gonna try to get it done all on Monday, but it could take a little longer, and he might need to come back Tuesday to finish it. So, in all likelihood, what will happen is that the three of them, the two Maps boys here and Wyatt, will move into the nursery on Wednesday. And that's when they'll be on cam full time. Probably Wednesday. And like I said, in the meantime, I'll do these spin up live streams like I'm doing right now. For the floor, I have to remove all the tables, anything that's on the floor, I have to remove from the nursery so that, you know, they can put the new flooring down. So what I'm gonna try to do is put the computer up on one of the shelves in there. And I'd like to keep the cam going so you guys can actually watch the floor getting installed, which would be pretty neat. I mean, I would love to watch that as well. So I'm gonna try to get, you know, just put everything up. I just need to make sure everything fits up on a shelf, because I have to take the computer table out. So I'm hoping that Monday you'll get to watch the floor getting installed. It's a little more exciting than watching paint dry. And then, of course, you know, now that I have passed on the flaky lady with the pregnant cats, the playroom is open for me to pull from a shelter, and that's probably what's going to happen. Is I'm going to pull a family from a shelter. So, you know, I'm mostly keeping an eye out for a family. You know, I typically try to look for larger litters of kittens. I look for younger kittens who might need to get out of the shelter quicker and have a lower immune system, sick kittens, things of that nature. So now I'll have my eyes peeled. So there's no saying when the playroom's going to be populated. It could happen any day. So that's just kind of play it by ear. But that's the sort of schedule for the next through Wednesday. Right now, I have canceled all snugglers through Tuesday night. And we're going to see about Wednesday morning, depending on when these guys get in the nursery. So that's our plan. Did I cover all of the questions that have been floating around? These guys are so entertaining to watch. You're going to love seeing them on cam. Oh, and I know what I didn't answer. I'm not going to put fencing up in the nursery. They're going to have free range of the whole room, but I'm going to keep things pretty central. Like I'm going to have, you know, a bed for them and maybe a couple little towers, but I'm going to keep all of that, the food and litter, like all together. So they'll have the whole room to run around, but they mostly should, like, you know, sleep and spend a lot of time in sort of one area of the room. But all three of them will be together in the nursery with no fencing. Okay. Yeah, they won't go into the room on the same day as the floor's done. I mean, we wouldn't be able to set it up that fast anyway, so. Yeah, I just gave I guess, I don't know if you missed it, Kelly, but I just gave the rundown about them moving in on Wednesday. If you missed it, maybe go back to where I described sort of day by day what's happening. I don't know how often Wyatt will get tube fed. That's all information I'll find out when I pick him up. You know, how often they're feeding him, how much, what they're feeding him, any sort of extra care he needs. I'm hoping it's the same schedule as these guys. These guys get fed every 4 hours. It would really be nice if he's on the same schedule as they are. He probably is not being fed. He's 5 weeks old, so I doubt it's just formula that he's getting fed. I'm sure it's probably meat shakes or maybe just blended wet food. But I'll find out when I pick him up. What I'm hoping and thinking about is remember you got those of you that follow Kitten Lady know Shushu. Shushu had a cleft palate and had to be tube fed for many months before he had surgery. But what they did even before the surgery was they started hand feeding him these like large like kind of kibble pieces, and basically they would throw him in the back of his mouth, so he just had to swallow it. And I've been thinking about that, in terms of Wyatt, like he's not able to close his jaw, so he can't close his mouth. But if I, toss something in the back of his throat, can he just swallow it without having to close his mouth? I've been thinking about that and sort of like how I could get him to eat, because he is so severely underweight. I think that's probably a lot to do with him getting enough food. So that's what I've been thinking about, possibilities of being able to feed him outside of tube feeding him, So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I wouldn't do anything until after the surgeon consult, because they need to do imaging and see like what's even wrong with his mouth. He's never even had x-rays on his jaw. The vet he saw through the rescue in Texas diagnosed him with hydrocephalus, but hasn't, he was afraid to do x-rays because of the hydrocephalus. He just didn't understand it very much and was kind of scared of the diagnosis. So x-rays don't hurt a cat with hydrocephalus at all. It doesn't affect them as long as you're not sedating them. So there's no risk at all of doing x-rays, but he just didn't feel comfortable doing it. So we can't even say if he is missing his jawbone entirely, like that could be the case, or if it's deformed in some way, or if it's dislocated. I can't even tell you if he even has a jawbone. So it's so unknown right now. right, I'm gonna sign off. Thanks so much for the CC Spacey. I really appreciate it, especially since I covered so much extra tonight. So thanks for doing that. All right, everyone. Have a good evening. See you at the adoption tomorrow.